Hey guys, it's your girl Kizzy Rock, and yes, Kizzy Rock is my birth given name. Quick word, guys. So I'm gonna try my best to get through this because I don't know why. For some reason, the term flying monkeys always trip me up and make me laugh. I don't know why. I see like monkeys flying around my head or something. Chosen ones, do not be fooled. That big, beautiful heart that you have, that forgiving spirit, all this great stuff, right, that we have. A lot of the times we allow things to go on too long. A lot of the times we're too forgiving until we had enough. Once we had enough for something, there's no turning back. But right now, the narcs are narking, and the flying monkeys are monkeying. Okay, remember, narcissist is a demonic spirit. That's a spirit as well. So they can feel things spiritually, right? Many chosen people right now are in a great place. Those who are tapped in and spiritually aligned. Again, God is giving out massive amounts of revelation and insights about your next season. He's expanding your territory. He's bringing you teams, soul tribes, things like that. Many of you guys, partners are on the way. So there's a lot of great things that's going on for the chosen ones. The narc knows this. They know it for different reasons. Again, for one, it's a spirit. So they can feel things in the spiritual realm as well. A lot of their lives are tanking right now. A lot of people are now discovering the narcs for who they truly are. Sorry, guys. When you try to explain yourself to other people when the narc was torturing you, they just couldn't see it, right? In fact, you may have felt rejected or abandoned by the individuals, but the truth of the matter is the narc had these individuals so blind, so they couldn't see it. So now that many chosen people are in a place where you're set apart, maybe God have, I don't know, convicted you to move. You may have moved off somewhere. You may be in a different country, a different state, maybe went through a divorce, something, right? Something happened, but finally you got away from that narc, okay? In the narc's mind, you're coming back. You'll return because you always do, right? But this time they know it's for good. See, it's one thing when a person really a person knows when you're done for good, right? You can sit there and say all day long, I'm done, this is it, I'm just tired of it, this is it. Honey, you say it 1,000 times. But a person really knows when you are done. They feel it. They feel it in their spirit that you're pulling away to the point of no return. Well, the narcs can't let you get away that far, right? So because there's so many great things on the horizon for the chosen ones, and because the narcs are tanking and people are truly finally seeing them for truly who they are, right? They no longer have their main supply. The temporary supplies have figured them out. Now they want to come back and harass your nerves. The flying monkeys are flying all around. The poor babies don't even know that they're being used. The poor flying like they don't even get it. I'm sure maybe some understand. I don't even know if I don't know. Do the flying monkeys typically know everything that's going on, or are they so clueless? I think sometimes they be so clueless because the narc is so good at confusing everybody, right? So one of the most important things chosen ones can do, this has been a revelation that I received from the Holy Spirit, just in general about narcs, are just people who may not even be a narcissist per se, but people who play like that manipulation mind games and have your mind spinning and whatever, because we are so required right now to be so tapped in and so disciplined and limited from distractions, meaning anything and anyone who pulls at your mind right now, playing mind games, just being manipulative, or just having that victim mindset, or just too needy, Anybody who's pulling at your mindset right now that's keeping you distracted from tapping in, right? Just do not respond. Because if you don't respond, you don't give them anything to work with. See, people only manipulate. If you give them nothing, they have nothing to work with, right? But if you respond in any matter, you can respond very kindly. But they're going to take it and they're going to manipulate it and make it all about you to deflect from them. And now you have this whole charade going on. And now all this energy and all this toxic foolishness is now about you when it was never even about you. It was about them. So if you don't give them anything, if you don't speak, if you don't respond, what are they going to manipulate? So we are at a point right now, especially now, where our minds, our spirits, everything around us have to be settled, right? And I know some people don't have that privilege because maybe they live in a house. Listen, speaking of that, I got a download early. I wasn't even going to speak about this, but I guess it popped back up for me to speak about it. A lot of the times it's going to be very, very hard to heal in the very environments that has traumatized you. Now, that's not saying everyone, of course. I'm sure some people have healed in environments by just maybe insulating themselves. But a lot of the times when it comes down to a chosen one, you really never really fit in with, you've always felt different anyway. Like you just didn't, you know what I mean? You kind of always felt like you guys know. Don't need to explain. You guys know. With chosen people, a lot of the times, once you answer that call and you're tapped in, you're going to be, not everybody, but you're going to be called to change or be the change and be the example for some people, maybe who you've known all of your life. Just getting where you fit in. People you've known all of your life. Okay? A lot of the times when it comes down to breaking generational curses or generational cycles or norms, whatever you deem the term to be, a lot of the times you're going to have to be set apart to heal first. Can you imagine somebody who's, let's just say, for example, let's create some type of picture right now, my old visionary mind. There's this 9-bedroom house. Right? It's like a family home. Everybody lived there. It's all generations. Everybody in there. You got uncles and grannies and aunts and cousins and honey, foolishness, right? Just foolishness. It's not like a good thing, right? In that household, you have uncles who've molested. You have aunties who dislike their nieces because they think their man was looking at you. You got a parent who may be a narcissist. You got sibling rivalry. It's just drama everywhere, right? And it has always been that way. Okay. If you're the chosen one and you're called to do things differently, then chances of you remaining in that home, even if everybody's saving money and everybody's all together and it's like, even if the benefits may be saving money or just, I don't know, whatever reasons to stay, there's a good chance at some point you're going to be convicted to leave. Okay? That can look like getting your own place. That can look like relocation. That can look like having a aha moment and understanding that sometimes a healing season requires leaving a lot of people behind and focusing on your healing season, right? It can be a number of ways on how it's done. And you just have to bring that ball in here. Oh my God. I'm sorry, guys. It's a whole zoo. A whole zoo. A lot of the times, you're going to probably be called off somewhere in order to go through your healing season. And this process is going to actually help your mental health. So the things that you think you have bipolar, right? And hear me, I'm not speaking from a medical standpoint, if you will, speaking in general here, spirit-wise. You think you have bipolar. You think you have personality disorder. You think you have anxiety. You think you have all these things. And truth of the matter is, and I'm not saying you don't, right? Because maybe you've been clinically, what's the word I'm looking for? I don't know. But just maybe, it could be the very people around you who are triggering you. They're triggering, and when they trigger you, especially if these are individuals who've had access to you during a very young age, etc. So when they trigger you, which narcissists do, right? They intentionally trigger you, then it brings you back to all of the hurt, the shame, the rejection, all that stuff from childhood. And so when you're spazzing out, right, you think it's this, that, and the third. But in reality, it's because you are in an environment that you're not supposed to be. You are in an environment where you don't even feel safe. You don't feel heard, safe, any of that stuff. So you're automatically in survivor mode. So really, it's triggering. So I don't even know why I had to share that, right? Because I wasn't even thinking about sharing that. Maybe somebody needs to hear it. But either which way, back to these crazy narcissists, guys, just stay the course. God have brought the chosen ones too far. You guys know, yes, we have these big hearts to serve and love on people, but you guys know when we've had enough, we've had enough. And I know that many chosen people are in this place in this season now where they're truly finally focusing on self. In fact, God is requiring it for many of us to focus on self right now throughout the shift. And then we will then, be serving and moving more back in purpose and calling once we get through this shift. So stay the course, guys. It's your girl, Kizzy Rock.